And so I guess this cat is just in the video with us. That's cool. All right, guys, so we have today 2019 Nissan Rogue Sport. As you can see, it is a smaller, compact version of the Nissan Rogue. We're going to give you guys a full in-depth review of this thing today, taking it on a 1-hour road trip, actually.
Rogue trip.
A 1 hour, oh man. 1 hour rogue trip, I like that.
You scared the cat.
Oh man, we lost our buddy. So, as you can see, it's smaller out the gate. I do like the design a little bit better than the regular one. I like the front end on this one a lot more. It looks more mean, because a Rogue should be mean. It's such a fast car. Oh wow, look at the cat. It's our buddy. Wow. So yeah, we're gonna hop in this thing, give you guys an in-depth review of driving, the interior and everything. And all right, so before we hop in, we do want to show you guys the tailgate space to show you the difference.
The boot.
Yeah, so this one's got the fresh to death cover, and lift it up, you see we got some stuff back here. And yeah, I mean, honestly, there's really not room back here at all. Let's put down the seats and see how much room it has with the seats down. Yeah, go ahead, man. Put that seat down for me. Yeah. Our seats in the front are not far back at all, are they?
No, not
because
really.
these won't even fully go down, as you can see.
No, you'd have to take the headrest off.
Yeah, that's kind of inconvenient. But yeah.
Or you just move your front seats up enough to get past this.
Yeah, but we don't sit like we're kings or anything, you know? It should have more room than this. I'm not really digging it so far. I don't know if this is going to be a good road trip. So, we got Dylan driving to start, and then I'm going to drive on the way back and show all you guys what makes this car different from the Rogue that we reviewed in the previous video that has the disastrous CVT transmission, and this car also has that transmission. And I kind of think already from driving it the little bit that I already did that it's honestly feels worse.
I hate CVT transmissions with a passion, unless they're in a quad or some sort of off-road vehicle like that, UTV. In cars, they're garbage. Absolute garbage. I hate the way that it puts the power down. Me and Nick were just getting on the Palisades Parkway, and I floored it, and it was just ridiculous how sluggish it is. And it shouldn't be like that. This is a 2019 sport model of the Rogue.
Yeah, and mind you, another weird thing, we found out that this car has 30 less horsepower than the regular Rogue, even though it's the Sport Rogue, and it gets worse gas mileage, actually, than the regular 2019 Rogue. So there are a couple weird things that we're going to go over in this thing with you.
Yeah, Nissan's really disappointing me with this car, to be honest.
Yeah, not good from the get-go, but we're going to go over a couple of different things and show you what we're talking about. So to start, one very strange thing about this car is the blind spot monitoring system. This is it right here, this little thing right here. It's not on the mirror like in every other car ever made with blind spot monitoring, but it's here. And I had no clue why these things were lighting up when I started to drive it. And then I realized that it was the blind spot monitoring system. And it's odd, and it honestly feels less safe to me, because you have to take your eyes off the mirror to look at it.
Yeah.
It's very weird, but that's one of the few things that are pretty strange about this car. So this interior, exactly what you'd expect from Nissan. Now, I will give them some credit that they did upgrade the center console area, like the dash and all that, but it's still filled with cheap plastics, and it's just weird because like this is hard plastic as you'd expect, but then up here and right here is soft, very soft right here, but then this is hard again, and then it wraps the whole way around, and then the center here is soft. It's just like that. You could tell that they're trying to save money in every way that they can with that.
But it's still nice.
It is way nicer looking.
Still a nice interior.
It's nicer looking. The steering wheel's nice, right?
I like the steering wheel. I like the steering wheel controls. I like how they're right here so you can see what you're pressing. A lot of cars will have it here, but they'll have the hidden controls in the back. sometimes I don't always like that, only because like you get in one car and the right side is tuning and the left side is volume, and then you get in another car and the right side is volume and the left side is tuning, and sometimes it doesn't let you know which is which, so you kind of just got to get in and press buttons and guess.
Yeah.
I like that it's right here. It's easy to read.
It is easy, and this car gives no warnings. It doesn't mess around. So when that CVT blows, it's going to give you no warning that it's about to blow. With the screen, they made it a little bit bigger. Instead of the 6-inch, it's a 7-inch. It looks like a car should for the 21st century, like the previous Rogue looked like I was saying to Dylan, it kind of reminded me of like a Garmin GPS, digitized screen. It just looked very fake for the age. But this one's definitely nicer. The trim that they put as well is very nice. Also, the cup holders, they placed them really nicely. Like, you have a perfect amount of room between each drink, and they go deep. We were just slamming turns in this thing.
That's what she said.
Like a true sports car that it is, being a Rogue Sport. And these things were planted, so that's like a huge pet peeve of mine. And up here, you have another port. You can connect your phone right to the radio, and another.
Oh, I'm noticing a fun feature over here. You have an all-wheel drive lock.
Yes, I saw that, actually.
So you could lock out the 4-wheel drive.
And an eco mode as well.
Because like a lot of all-wheel drive vehicles, like my Subaru, and just a lot of all-wheel drive vehicles, it'll be front-wheel drive mainly. Like, yes. It's summertime right now, we're driving around. It's not all-wheel drive all the time. It's usually engaged with the slip of the front wheels.
Yes, that's true.
So to be able to have it locked is definitely a huge plus.
The shift knob, they wrapped it in leather, so you have a nice fake manual transmission. And also, it's very weird. This car, like we said, is a CVT, but as you see, he just popped it into the Chiptronic setting, and yeah, wow, okay. Yeah, very, very jumpy.
Yeah.
It's a 6-speed CVT. I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, it's not really a 6-speed. They have fake shift points.
Yes.
That make it feel like it's shifting gears.
But it's not.
It's not. There's no gears. When we go to a different angle, and I'll explain in a very short way how a CVT transmission works for those of you that don't understand it. In a nutshell, what a CVT does is you have 2 cones, picture, a belt that drives on the cones. So when the belt's over here, it's a smaller gear ratio. It's a smaller ratio, so for the lower RPM, the lower speeds. As you go faster, the belt slides up the other cone and slides down on that cone, changing the ratio. That's why it's CVT, constant variable transmission. I'm assuming to achieve shift points, they've put some kind of a step up in the cone so that it goes and then kicks up and gives you that feeling like it's shifting.
Yeah, it doesn't give you that feeling though.
But it doesn't. It's like a hesitation. More than anything.
It feels like it's ready to blow. Honestly.
Yeah.
It feels like something's clogged and you're hurting the car.
Yeah. Now that I've been behind the wheel for a little bit, probably like 30 minutes already.
In traffic.
In traffic, yeah, of course. But no, driving it, I got to slam some turns because it is the sport. It's actually it's not bad.
Yeah.
You definitely feel the body roll, but I'm also doing 40 around some pretty hairpin turns. I'm impressed with the handling for an SUV. Not a lot of body roll. Driving down the highway and just the back windy roads, near us, it's comfortable. Very comfortable car. Very nice to drive. My biggest problem driving this car is, like I was saying before, this transmission. I hate CVT transmissions, and the fact that they added in shift points to this one to give it that whatever feel, it feels worse to me. I really hate this transmission. It really ruins the driving of the car for me. I don't think I'll ever be able to buy something with a CVT.
All right, hopping on the highway. First thoughts on this thing. Oh man, that power's crazy. Oh man. So definitely going around that turn handles way better than the regular Rogue does. I think it's a little bit quieter with road noise.
A little bit. The engine still makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, exactly. It has a crazy rasp. It's very weird. But, yeah, driving it, first thoughts, I really like the layout of it. Like, I like the feel of driving the car, you know? The steering wheel's nice. It's just a nice, clean car, though it is brand new. We're just hitting 1,900 miles soon. So, but, yeah, it's pretty nice all around. Rides smooth, somewhat, for a Rogue. Let's put this power down real quick.
Yeah, it's so...
Oh my god,
so
it's
uneventful.
Just so bad. Wow. It's definitely, for the Sport, way slower than the regular Rogue. And we looked up the power figures. It has 30 less horsepower. And it somehow gets worse gas mileage. I really just don't get Nissan sometimes. As you guys can see, I have a big issue and beef with them from the other Rogue CVT blowing suddenly. That left a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, fun note about that is, I don't know the year difference, but my coworker has the same Rogue as what we reviewed, with just about the same mileage. My coworker's just blew up 2 days ago with 118,000 miles.
Just at the warranty mark.
Yeah, although his isn't under warranty anymore. He bought it used.
The warranty. No, that's it. The warranty mark for that car, like I was saying in the other video, was 120K, or the lifetime of the payment, which is a very weird thing.
That's a good thing, though.
It is. So at least if the tranny blows, you don't have to fix it and then pay off the vehicle. It's just very unfortunate, because I really have to give that car a thumbs down. I know this video is about this Rogue, and we'll get to that, but I had to give that other Rogue a thumbs down after that experience, because what if it was past the mark?
Yeah, or like my coworker, you're buying it used.
Yeah, it just shouldn't be happening to a car that new.
No,
and,
no.
You know, and it's such a commonly seen car. It's just very weird, but yeah, thumbs down. But we're gonna see if we could give this one a thumbs up. I don't know. All right, guys. So finishing up this video, because I have a limited amount of time with this car, and Dylan's not with me anymore. This is actually the next day I'm filming this, because we were just in such a rush, and it was like a 2.5 hour drive, it turned out to be, and we were exhausted. So, and he kind of grew disgusted with this car the longer we were in it. So we had to kind of, he had to just give me his proxy on recommendation, and his was a hard no, and I'm gonna have to give the same on this car. There's so many things about it that I dislike. You know, like, as good as a job they did on the interior upgrade, and the exterior slightly, the front end looks better, you know, but it's still just Nissan cutting corners. There's hard plastic everywhere, and just this car drives, like, the transmission just takes everything away from what it could be. It feels like a fake transmission. It feels like a blend of CVT trying to be a real transmission, and it just does not work at all. It takes away power from the car. This car is smaller and is the Sport model, but it feels drastically slower than a regular Rogue, which is pretty sad. So yeah, I'm gonna give this thing a hard no, especially because the transmission, it's gonna blow. Like, it's just gonna happen. I kind of just know how this works after seeing what happened to the last Rogue that I reviewed. Just the owner took care of it so well. Tranny flushes every 30 to 40K, and you know, drove it, you know, like a responsible car owner should, and it just blew. No warnings, no nothing, and it's just garbage. Nissan hasn't been able to make a good transmission in about 15 years, and it shows. So that's really why I got to give this thing a thumbs down. If that's what you're into, whatever, but I can't recommend that. So that's about it for today, guys. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Coming at you next week with another video.